Good morning, YouTube. So, we have now got the reveal for the Dawn of Majesty, and we have the brand new archetype that follows along with the Dogmatikia lore, and it's called the Destpains. These actually look incredibly cool, and as we go through the rest of the archetype, or the rest of the cards that have been revealed, the visuals look amazing. They're kind of like, they remind me of Jacks and Jokers, and like a deck of playing cards, which is awesome, but they also look like they're the villains. They look very, like very evil, very determined. So it's going to be quite cool to see what the effects do. I haven't read them yet. This is the first time. Shout out to Alan Mack, who has created the English proxies for these, and we're going to go through them now. So please smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe so you do not miss out on any more upcoming news drops or profiles, along with the Ghost from the Past content coming out next week. So we start off with Despaims of Comedy. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a face-up Despia card or cards you control, quick effect, you can discard this card and negate that effect. If this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you contribute one fusion monster, special summon this card. Only use the effect once per turn, and only once that turn per card. So it's a hard once per turn. Interesting card already. It's the level 1. I don't think it's broken by any means of the imagination. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Now we've got Albert, Jester of Despia. I love this as well because it looks, I love the artwork straight away because it's like the Joker. It's got the mask, it's got the patchwork. Not Joker, sorry, Jester, which obviously is his name. So, if this card is normal or special, you can add one Stigmatica. Stigmatica? What? Spell or trap from your deck to your hand. If a face-up fusion monster or monsters you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one effect monster you or opponent controls, special summon this card, and if you do, negate that target's effect until the end of this turn. Only use the effect once per turn. Albert, Jester of Despia. I mean, I like it, or I like the concept of it. Oh, can you imagine if this was just Matica card? Like, like just a way of searching out in the Dear Servant would have been broken. Okay, cool. So this is the Stigmatica card, Curtain Rise. So you can see the Tri-Brigades already. So you've got the Ferrigit in the background there. I think right at the back there is the Link 3. I believe these are some of the spring guns around the place. I want to know what this dragon is up here. It looks like a dragon. I could be wrong if it's something completely different, but you can see like how it's like evil claws and everything. Oh, that might be the fire one that we get in Lightning Overdrive. Anyway, discard one card, then add to your hand or special summon in defense position one Despia monster from your deck. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. If a fusion monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. That's kind of cool. I suppose it's cool if it gets you a Link 2 card. We need to see more of the Despia cards because we've only got 2 so far. But it's a quick effect, so that's kind of cool. And then we know that the Jester searches this out. Dogmatikia. It's probably going to be like Dogmatika of Despia. Something like that. So it's kind of like a new Dogmatica card. Cool. But I love the artwork. Like, look at this. Like, it's got these kind of wings. He's got the spire in the background. It's got the purple portal, the thunder. So much going on. It's crazy. So, if a fusion, synchro, XYZ, and or link monster is special summoned, you can target one effect monster on the field and negate its effect until the end of this turn. If this card is used as material for a fusion summon from the hand or field and sent to the graveyard or banished, you can special summon this card. Only use the effect once per turn. That's kind of cool. It gives you the material back, and it's a nice 3k beta. So I suppose it really depends on what the fusions are, which we are about to see. So there's 8 of these cards that are revealed. Despaims Quartiris. Apologies on the names, guys. But again, look at this. I love this artwork. It's so menacing. It's like armored, but then it's also like some like freakish demon monster. Like, it's really cool. So one Despia monster or Despia monster plus one light or dark monster. So nice and generic. During the main phase, quick effect, you can change the attack of all face-up monsters currently on the field to 0, except level 8 or higher fusion monsters. That's kind of cool. Until the end of this turn. If this face-up card you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can add to your hand or special summon one Despia monster or Fallen of Albaz from your deck. You can only use the effect once per turn. It's a shame. Surely it should have said, like, this should have the same effect as the other fusions, that if they're just sent to the graveyard, you can trigger an effect. I mean, it's okay. It's nice that it reduces all of the other monsters' effects to attacks to 0. Here's your big boss monster. Look at this. It's got like vipers up on its shoulders, or what? I can't, like, it's so creepy yet so cool. It looks like it's got a like, I don't know. It's like got something in the middle. I don't know if this is a person sitting there, but it's got like 2 vipers. So it's like Despia and Proscenium. 1 Despia monster plus 1 light and a dark monster. So it needs to have both. During the main phase, quick effect, you can type 1 fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link monster in your opponent's graveyard. Either banish it or special summon it to your field. That's kind of cool. When hang on. Fusion, synchro, XYZ. It does count link monster. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to either the destroyed monster's original attack or defense, whichever is higher. You only use the effect once per turn. I mean, that's kind of cool. It does require you to put all the materials in, but when you think about it, if you summon this card out using the like the Dogmatika version 1 or the Dogmatika card, you then get that Dogmatika back, which is a 3k beta, and then on top of that, you're also stealing one of your opponent's graveyard monsters. So even if you don't steal your opponent's graveyard monsters, you still get to attack with the 3200 and burn them, and then you're going to attack with 3k again. So that's kind of cool. Trying to think if there's any more. I think there's a couple more. Despia, the Stigmatica Theatre. Again, look at this artwork. Absolutely love it. It's like, I don't even know what you want to kind of call this, but I love the colours. The purple, the black, the red, and the gold. I think it works really, really nicely. So it is a field spell. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If a face-up non-fusion fairy monster or monsters you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster in your graveyard and special summon it. I mean, again, that's great for recycle, but I really dislike cards that are like, if it's destroyed by battle, or I suppose this is a little bit better because it's like if it leaves the field by an opponent's card effect. So that gives you a bit more consistency. I think the issue then becomes if it's destroyed by your opponent's card effect, it then becomes difficult to kind of resolve. And then we've got Despains of Tragedy. If this card is sent to the graveyard or banished by card effect, you can add 1 Despia monster from your deck to your hand except itself. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Stigmatica spell attack in your graveyard and set it to your field. Okay. You can only use 1 Despains of Tragedy effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, I mean, it's really kind of cool. I like the synergy behind it. I like the route that it goes. But I'm not too sure. I mean, it's okay. It puts work in. Like, that's all you need to know. Like, I think the Dogmatika one is probably going to be your go-to card. Because it gets you the free summon, and then it can, well, technically a free summon, but then it also lets it recycle itself as well. We've only got 2 Stigmatica spells and traps at the moment. We haven't got any traps, actually. So I'd like to think there's more to come. It would be nice to see what traps they get or what spells they get, maybe in this set or in a future set, just to kind of see where it goes from here. But that's it for the Despains. Again, I think the artwork looks really cool. Like, when you look at the series as a lore, and you go through the Tri-Brigades, the Spring Guns, the Dogmatikas, and now you go into the Despains, I think they look really cool, and it's building a really nice story. Effective-wise, I don't know how effective these are going to be in the meta. I still think Dogmatika are the standout. They're the best and the most generic. I think Tri-Brigade then come in second. Spring Guns are still waiting to kind of show their teeth, and the Despains are probably going to be a little bit behind them. But yeah, I still think it's cool. Again, shout out to Alan Mack for doing the translations for these. These are coming out in Dawn of Majesty. So we get Dawn of Majesty in August, I believe. The OCG should be getting them at the middle of this month. So we get Ghost of the Past. They pretty much get Dawn of Majesty. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And absolutely always, guys, stay safe and happy dueling.